Alright, so today we're going to be looking over exponential functions and what to do for your review. So we're going to review real quick. So remember that y equals mx plus b. So m is our slope, well b is our y-intercept. Okay. So what it's asking and what the difference between these M1s, B1s, B2s, M1s, and those kinds of things is this is my first line right here. This is my second line. This is my third line. So what we're going to do for M1, do we know what M is? Well, M is slope. So we're going to say M1 is slope. And we have to tell what kind of slope is it? Is it positive, negative, undefined, or 0? So remember that straight up and down is undefined. So we're going to write my slope is undefined. Okay. Then for B1, which we know based on up here is my y-intercept, so we're going to say B1 is my y-intercept, and it is undefined. Because if my slope is undefined and my y-intercept is undefined, the whole thing is undefined. So let's look at M2, which is the black line. M2 obviously is my slope. And the slope is, what kind of line is this? Positive, negative, undefined, or 0? Well, it's going down from left to right. It's right here. So you can say my slope is negative. Okay. Then I have my B2, which is also my y-intercept. And it is, well, let's see. Is it hitting in the positive numbers or the negative numbers of my y-axis? Well, it's hitting in the positive numbers. Remember, these are all positive numbers going up. So my slope is positive. Okay, we're not going to put any numbers. We're not going to say my slope is 64, my y-intercept is 32, because we don't actually know. All we want to know is the details of each line. So again, M3 is my slope. Okay, and my slope, is it positive or negative? Is it increasing or decreasing from left to right, or is it a straight line? Well, it's increasing from left to right, so my slope is positive. Okay, but my y-intercept hits right here. Is that in the positive or negative numbers? Well, it's on the y-axis, and below the x-axis is negative numbers. So B3 is my y-intercept, and it is negative. Okay, so all for this question you're just looking for is describing what is going on, which is my slope, which is my y-intercept, and determine if it's positive, negative, undefined, or 0. So let's move on to question 2. It says a singer begins a YouTube channel and has 8 subscribers at the beginning. So at the very beginning of her career, she has 8 subscribers. So at month 0, she started with 8 subscribers, because those are the people, the OGs. Okay. 1 month later, the number of subscribers has doubled. So at her first month, what is 8 doubled? 16. So she has 16 subscribers. So let's do a few months. Let's do the first 4 months, okay? So she said we started with 8. Her first month was 16 because 8 doubled. If 16 doubled, what's that going to be? 32. So at 2 months, she already has 32 subscribers. If I take 32 and double it again, because remember, she's doubling each month. Her amount from the last month is doubled. So now she has 64 subscribers. And then it's going to double one more time. And she's going to get 128. And it's just going to keep going on and on and on and on and on forever. So we need to create a function. Remember, function is f of x. That's what function stands for. It's another word for y. We're s of m, so it gives us the function, is the number of subscribers after m months since her 8 subscribers. So we're going to start with her 8 original subscribers because those need to be included. We also, remember, we doubled it. So every time we took our 8 essentially and doubled it. Because look, 8 to 16, 16 to 32, 32 to 64. So how can I show that? Well, I can put a 2 here, but look, 8 times 2, that would just give me 16. So that would only give me the first month. What we need to do is put an exponent of m for the number of months that she has. Because look, 8 times 2 to the power of 2. Well, 2 to the power of 2 is 4. So here, let me write it down. So if I was looking for the second month, let's double check and make sure our math is right. 2 to the power of 2 is 4. 8 times 4 is 24. Or sorry, 32. Maybe. I was thinking of 7. So this is true, right? So this is our equation. You can also create a table and figure it out that way, so that way when you do get to the equation part, you can easily solve it. So how many subscribers will she have after 1 year? Well, first off, I need to know how many months are in a year, which is 12. So what I'm going to do is take 8 times 2 to the power of 12. So if you got a calculator and plug in 2 to the power of 12, you're going to get 4,096. I still need to multiply that by my 8, which is going to give me 32,768 subscribers. So she is super popular by her first year. So now it says we have to graph it, right? So on the x-axis right here, we're going to label these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and all the way to 12. This is the months. Okay, on my y-axis, we're going to have subscribers. Okay, we're actually going to count by 8s. It's going to be a lot easier. So 8, 16, 24. I keep putting 24 and I don't know why. Oh, yeah, I'm right. Sorry. 24, 32, 40. So keep going as far as you can. Probably go up to almost about 100. All right, so what you should have done is filled it out already. So what's going to happen is now we can plot the points. I counted all the way up to 128 because we went to 4 months. So what I'm going to do at 0 months is put 8 because that's how many subscribers she had already. At 1 month, she had 16. Oops, sorry. Let me move this down a little bit. At 2 months, she had how many? 32. So I'm going to put 32. And you'll see that it starts to curve. It's not going to be a perfectly straight line because that's what an exponential function is. It's not a straight line. It's a curved line. And then 4 we said was 128. So there's our curve. You're going to try to draw it as best as you can, trying to connect all of them, and boom. Mine's a little bit off. It's a lot easier if you turn your paper and do it. But anyway, that's how you draw an exponential function. That's how you find a function from words, and how to create a table and figure out a problem, such as how many subscribers does she have 1 year. So let's get to the last part right here before you take your quiz. Remember, this is a little mini quiz. We're going to come back to exponential functions later. But how many solutions are there to this equation? If you are confused, solve for y. That's what we're going to instantly do. We're going to solve for y. Just like any other problem, before we even look at those words, solve for y. So I need to subtract 3x to both sides because I need to get this negative 2y by itself. So since I can't combine the 3x and the 60, I'm just going to put them right next to each other. Now, is y alone? Nope. I need to get rid of this negative 2 everywhere. You have to divide negative 2 by everything. So now I'm left with, what's a negative divided by a negative? A positive. I can't have 3 go into 2, so I'm going to leave it as 3 over 2x. Negative divided by a negative is a positive, so 60 divided by 2 is 30. So, if you get an equation that's in y equals mx plus b form, the solution to the equation is infinite many solutions. Excuse my poorly spelling. So infinite many solutions. The reason why is because we can plug in any number for x, literally any number. So we need to write the equation, which we just solved. So y equals 3 over 2x plus 30. Okay, so the reason it's infinite many solutions, x could be any number. Oh gosh, whoa! That's why we have an x there, right? We always have x's. So, what's the slope? Remember, slope is always attached to the x. So the slope is 3 over 2, and my y-intercept, or the starting point, is 30. And now you are ready to take your quiz. So remember to make sure you have all these notes written down. Maybe watch this video a couple times to make sure that you know what you're doing. And now you can take the quiz.